Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I want to thank all you luxe lovers for your love and support of my channel. It really means a lot, and it's so fun interacting with all you guys. And to all the new viewers, a big, warm welcome. I would love you to subscribe and become a well-informed luxe lover. I made today's video after taking a long, hard look at my collection, and I couldn't help but notice the items I do not use. We will be going over 5 of my worst luxury purchases from my collection. Stay tuned. So I was switching out my bags and accessories for the season when I couldn't help but realize my least used items were just sitting there staring at me. And I thought to myself, wow, another season went by and I still haven't used this. Now, these are not new items by any means. They've been in my collection for at least a year. But I've barely used them, or maybe even used them once or twice. In my eyes, that's an epic fail because I'm all about using my luxe items. So I started thinking about why, and that prompted me to make this video. I just want to clarify that these items are considered worst purchases for me, so I don't want to deter anyone from considering these items for themselves because it's all relative. Luxury is personal, so an item that doesn't work for me might very well work for you. Also, I want to highlight that no one has a perfect collection. We all make good and some bad decisions. It's just nice to learn from them. So with that said, let's get into it. The first item is my LV Nice Nano. I bought this beauty a few years ago. I snapped her up on the LV website. I'm sure you guys will agree with me that aesthetically, this is the cutest little compact cosmetic case ever. But literally, I haven't used her at all, not even once. She's just been sitting on my shelf looking pretty. I have even less of a use for her now that I have my larger Dior vanity case. By the way, I made my first YouTube video on the Dior vanity case, so if you are interested, I will link the video up here. Again, she's gorgeous, but I don't know what to do with her. I did buy attachments to use her as a bag, like a D-ring and an extra chain from Amazon, but I just haven't even gotten around to doing that. So I don't know what that says. I think it might mean that, you know, I already have too many mini bags. I'm pleased with all of them and I don't need to convert this one into yet another mini bag. But the funny thing is I don't want to sell this Nice Nano. I enjoy seeing her in my collection and maybe that's her sole purpose. But rationally, you know, I should have thought about a specific purpose for her before purchasing, but now I'm committed. So if anyone has any great ideas on what to use this LV Nice Nano for, please comment below. Let me know how you use her. Just looking at her now, I'm thinking that I could use her to house my many lipsticks. I mean, it's summertime now, and I'm thinking I could place the lipsticks of the season in here, like my vibrant colors, my pinks, and use it as a reminder to rotate through those colors all summer. So that's one idea. It's just so appealing. I mean, it's made in Italy. This is all wipeable. I mean, I don't have an insert for her because I haven't even used her. I think that's what I'll do for now. Comment below if you guys think that's a good idea or what you think I should use her for. Okay. I can confidently say that my next failed designer luxury purchase is the category of designer socks or stockings. I'm sure you guys remember the infamous Gucci tights. Well, here they are.
Sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
I literally wore these once outside the house. I mean, cost per wear was very poor for me. I know I can still wear them since we're not technically out of the logo phase, but I can't wear them. You know, I just don't have the desire to. I think it's because I'm a fan of accessories and I already utilize all my other accessories so well that the logo tights just end up being a bit too much. It's too large and in your face. You know, it didn't elevate any of my looks because at the end of the day, it could be achieved more tastefully. I'd use, let's say, a Chanel statement earring or a Dior statement bracelet or a brooch or a scarf. Those are the kind of accessories I prefer, and that's the lesson I learned. This is the one accessory I should have just left at the store. Because it turns out not all designer accessories give the same effect. You know, like when they say, always take one thing off before you leave the house? Picture me always taking off these Gucci tights. They were the problem. Also, I should have sized down in these tights. Unfortunately, because I bought these early on in the trend, there weren't any reviews on it yet. I think I got this on the Luisa Villaroma website, and they were still at that entry $100 price tag, and then I had some points that I used to get a few dollars off, so I just ended up pulling the trigger on it. But yes, this is very much a regret. Okay, so don't judge me, but around the same time, I also purchased Fendi socks. Because I thought they were, you know, just tiny little socks, and I would wear them all the time. I love the FF monogram more than the GG monogram, and I figured, hey, these would be better. But that was not the case. So these are the socks. Again, I've worn these once. They kind of have that velvet effect, I guess. Again, the monogram on the bottom half of my body, I don't know, it just wasn't working with my style, even if it was just socks. It looked too busy and just was not flattering at all. I bought these from Bergdorf's online. You know, they came with this wonderful Fendi pouch and everything. I think I actually pulled the trigger because there was a really great Ebates cash back at the time, so I just didn't hesitate. But lesson learned, if I couldn't make the Gucci tights work, I should have known that these Fendi socks wouldn't work either. So this lesson cost twice as much, but c'est la vie. Next up are designer iPhone cases. I realized they don't work for me. I've purchased and since sold my Gucci phone case. I'll try to find a picture and put it up. In the meantime, I'll hold this up for visual effect. This is a phone case I got from Amazon. It's in my favorite color and it literally does a perfect job. So going back to the Gucci phone case, this is a tough one, especially for someone who's slightly obsessed with accessories like me, as you guys now know. I think it just comes down to the fact that these phone cases become obsolete in like a year, maybe 2 years, if you can hold out on switching your phone. Because new phones come out every year and they often change the dimensions a bit, so you really cannot keep your old phone case. And simply, it's just too much money to spend on something so short-lived. Don't get me wrong, I felt great and stylish and all that with my bright pink Gucci phone case, but honestly, not every occasion calls for a neon pink designer phone case. I mean, I certainly couldn't wear it to work because it's a professional environment. So I had to switch to my Amazon phone case during the week. And changing cases twice a weekend every week got so annoying and just too cumbersome. And eventually the flair and the appeal of the Gucci phone case faded away. It got trumped by convenience. I realized that the normal cases will do just fine because I don't really need another thing I have to think about every week. So I think I got it out of my system. The designer phone cases are just too expensive for what they are, and they end up becoming obsolete in a year, maybe 2 years if you're patient. And this goes for all the designer phone cases. There are some by Prada, Saint Laurent, and more famously Louis Vuitton. I mean, for me, lesson learned. At least I stopped after one item this time. Next up is a Chanel item. This is my Chanel Boy medium O case. So Chanel calls all these pouches O cases, and although I use my mini one a decent amount, I just have not found a great purpose for this medium-sized O case. I purchased this one several years ago, around 2016, for my birthday, and I remember wearing it all of 2 times. Once for my birthday that year, of course, and once around Christmas time for tea and brunch with my friends. I remember we went to Alice's Teacup in the city, and both times I wore this, I was babying this clutch so much. I was petrified of getting it stained or damaged. On the one hand, I loved how luxe the lambskin feels. The quality is amazing, but maybe this is just too delicate to be worn handheld as a clutch, and I really haven't worn her ever since. I contemplated selling her, but I think I'm just not ready to part with her yet. Now I'm older, and of course I want to unapologetically wear all my items. So I think what I'm going to do is give her another try going forward, especially since this is such a timeless piece. So let me know of any suggestions down below. I would really appreciate your guys' help. So let's take a quick look at this O case since we have it out. This is the boy style, very seamless, smooth zipper. Inside is fabric. This one is made in Italy. I mean, this is just such a luxurious pouch, and I really want to use her. I actually got this one from Hawaii, believe it or not. I had an essay transfer it to one of the New York stores, and I was able to get this for the Hawaii pricing. That was years ago when they actually did that sort of thing. And the fifth item on the list is my LV Kirigami set. These were limited edition in the green, khaki, and white combination. So years ago when I purchased it, I scored this one online. This one happens to be a made in France piece. It just houses 3 pouches, this being the largest of the 3. And then the middle size in the khaki color, and that houses the mini size in the white and black. Now, I remember being so happy when I scored these online because I thought the design was so cool, and I love the colors, and it was just a great score, you know? But truthfully, I had no idea what to do with them, and I still have no idea what to do with them. I know a lot of people do convert these into bags by adding insert with chain, but again, I don't think it's for me. I used the big pouch once to run a quick errand, but it was definitely not my first choice bag for running errands. As far as the other 2 pouches, I never used them. I mean, literally not even once. They've just been sitting there. So I'm fairly certain that I will be selling this whole set because I have enough pouches in my collection. And to be honest, I love wearing my handbags. So they do oftentimes get first dibs, even when I'm running a very short errand or stepping out for a second. I just take pride in using my stuff, and circulating my handbags is a great joy of mine. So it's fair to say that I should let this Kirigami set go since I can't find any actual use for her, and I've tried. So that's a rundown of my least used luxury items in my collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. I like watching these kinds of videos because I enjoy learning from others and in turn paying it forward. So I hope my video has been very helpful to you. You guys know that my goal is to create a community of well-informed luxe lovers. I want us to all feel empowered, inspired, and joyful around our luxury items. Thank you for watching. I'm going to pack up my LV Kirigami set now and help her find a new home. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers, and a big thank you to all my existing subscribers. I'm so happy our community is growing. Send this video to a fellow luxe lover, and if you missed my last video, I'll link it here. Thanks again, and I will see you next time. Bye.